Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Network. Suzanne Leonard with your national forecast. Looking ahead to Friday, substantially cooler. Ontario warming up in parts of Quebec and the Maritimes and struggling to get anywhere near normal. Winnipeg -2. We've had that lingering snow today in Manitoba. We'll talk about active weather. BC, their wet weather returns, and a very large low across eastern Canada. Snow, rain, tumbling temperatures. Taking a look at Calgary now. Times. Forecast highs for Friday, a little bit more seasonal. 8 for Calgary, 6 for Edmonton, a little cooler, a little more unsettled towards the weekend. And some of that colder air settling in BC. That brings the freeze levels down, which is more favorable for hanging on to the snowpack. So you do have the ski hills that are still open. 15 to 30 millimeters of rain for North Van, for Howe Sound, and the avalanche danger rating, just a heads up, it is still considerable in BC. By the way, a number of ski resorts still open in Ontario, although your temperatures today might not have you thinking about skiing. There are the forecast conditions for Friday, and again, the divide between the warmer air, somewhat warmer in southern Alberta, but no double digits. Well, Lethbridge, there you go. Lethbridge 11, but no 17s or 15s as you have often had. Moving into Ontario, in southern Ontario, well, we've had some rain still rolling through, gusty winds at times, rain and snow moving off through eastern Ontario, southern Quebec as we continue with the overnight and through Friday. Friday, your temperatures start to come down, but it'll still be warm enough, high temperatures in the south for rain rather than snow. Late day, we may see a little bit of snow moving in. Now, across Newfoundland and across the Maritimes, stay tuned to the Weather Network through the weekend because we have several rounds of active weather coming. One tonight, and then another larger one as we get into the weekend. This is trace snowfall and some rain mixing in. Just want to take you ahead here. We've got the colder air in northern regions of eastern Canada, and that means that we've got conditions that are set to bring colder daytime highs in for many. Lightning can be a real challenge, and we've had some big downpours today along with very unsettled conditions with very mild weather in southern Ontario. Good to see you. Your long weekend may well have started. Let's take a look at overnight temperatures and conditions. Colder behind the low, still mild enough for rain with the low. Lots of surging convection coming from the U.S. south, so big strong thunderstorms south of the border, some rumbles here at home. And look at the temperatures: 18 Toronto, 20 around Barrie, 19 St. Catharines, and around London skies. And we've had numerous reports from our viewers of sharp downpours today, plus the winds quite gusty, 40, 50 kilometers an hour at times, even a little bit stronger. With the rainfall and the ground being frozen, good risk, or good chance, I should say, that it'll just pool and pond. It'll take a little while to get absorbed into the ground. Unsettled weather, and then tomorrow, Friday, a little brighter. We start the day with some pretty comfortable temperatures for early morning lows. Unfortunately, some of these are going to end up being like our daytime highs this weekend. So we've got a seasonal afternoon, 7 to 10 degrees on average around the Golden Horseshoe and up through Barrie Aurelia. Decent weather if you're traveling to see friends and family. But the low pressure system swinging through is bringing lots of snow and blowing snow to the north of Ontario and Quebec, brings us the colder air. So much so that by late Friday, we may see a little burst of snow, and then the colder air stays with us through the weekend. So that's what we've got to look forward to, or at least plan for. Taking a look at your forecast, great to see you. Second day of April, see, we were able to deliver. Wasn't that a good thing? Yeah, I want to be able to hold my head high around the GTA. We just deliver the weather. Best possible forecast, not necessarily the best possible weather, but 18 degrees on this Thursday. Look at the temperatures across the country. If you're doing some travels or expecting some travelers visiting from other parts of the country, anything in blue, below average. Atlantic Canada, eastern prairies. We, in between, very warm air and slightly above normal in parts of Quebec, but the cooler it is, certainly the weather in eastern regions of Ontario, around the Golden Horseshoe up through Barrie and Borden, 18 to 20 degrees today. Shoots coming up in the garden as the ground continues to thaw. With the ground not fully thawed, of course, with the rain, you get a lot of runoff and the water just sitting on top of the garden or on top of the sidewalk. So, yeah, a little bit wet here and there. We've had some sharp showers roll through, accompanied by some pretty gusty winds as well, right? Pretty gusty afternoon and evening as well. Still some rain, couple of rumbles of thunder. This low comes through. The temperatures like so for Friday morning. 0 North Bay, 6 for St. Catharines, Hamilton area, and forecast highs for the afternoon. Double digits for a number of spots from Windsor through Toronto. There's some wet weather, though, for southwestern Ontario, and there's cold air moving in. And you know what happens when we get cold air and then a moisture source? That could spell some snow. As we look ahead, Saturday, by the way, potential snowstorm for the Atlantic provinces. Already special weather statements, one step away from a warning there. This low, quite massive. It extends up through Hudson Bay, James Bay, all the way down through the Great Lakes state. So thunderstorms there, snow and blowing snow to the north. Warm front could bring some freezing rain to parts of Atlantic Canada tonight. Will clear out. We've got some showers, some downpours, sharp showers at times. Little trough of low pressure, passing cloud cover. Looks pretty good Friday and Saturday, but Friday overnight, Toronto and Barrie, and certainly down towards Lake Erie. Friday overnight, the chance of a bit of snow. And it's certainly cool as we go into next week. But today was lovely and sunny. Oh, the mild weather.